Dolly?
What's the matter?
What's that? What's happening? Okay, should we start?
Yeah, sure.
Thank you for joining the Spenno Circuit, Talking Tech again. I have an exciting guest with me here today, Kate Butcher from Sharp, and Dolly,
Dolly.
her little...
From Sharp.
From Sharp, I guess,
Why
yeah.
not? Yeah, she's a member of the team in spirit, I guess, you know. So
Very cute.
Hopefully she won't bark during this. Fingers crossed.
I'm sure she'll be fine. She just had a little play date with my dog, actually, and
Indeed.
didn't,
Just chaos.
didn't quite go to plan. So my dog's been sent away because it's naughty.
She's only a baby though. So
She's only a baby.
Sorry about that.
Don't worry about it. It's all good.
Hopefully-
Special comments?
Oh,
No.
goodness. Okay, wonderful. She's already showing me up. So thanks for having me on.
No worries. Thank you for coming. I really appreciate it.
Mag. But yeah, so I basically, I'll introduce myself.
Yeah, I was going to say,
guess,
I was about to
my
say,
role and
introduce yourself, yeah.
everything. So my name's Kate Butcher. I'm the channel account manager for the south of UK for Sharp. We were formerly known as NEC, but we have finally completed our joint venture and our repositioning in the market, which is a really exciting thing to talk about. So, as of November, we will fully just be Sharp.
Full Sharp and drop the NEC.
Exactly, yeah. So no
Amazing.
more, as my northern mother calls it, sharp neck. We're not sharp neck anymore tonight. You're out, love. Sharp neck. No more sharp neck. We're just sharp now.
Oh, very good, very good.
Yeah, so it's exciting. I think it's a great time to come and talk about it anyway because everything's shiny and new almost.
Yeah, exactly. And I know that even although everything's shiny and new, that the NEC was very strong within corporate.
Yes.
But it still kind of remains just under a different name, if you like, I guess.
Absolutely. So I think a key thing for our clients to understand throughout all of this, so the actual acquisition happened back in, and forgive me, I've only been at the company for a couple of years, but I believe it was early 2020.
Yeah.
But it has been in discussions a lot earlier than that. And I think the key thing for our clients was just to make sure that they understand that the people and the core values, the service, the sustainability, and the product quality are all going to be retained during this change, if you will.
Yeah.
We have so many global clients. We have loads of companies, financial, law, transportation, that have such mission critical goals with their audiovisual equipment.
Yeah.
We wanted to make sure that they were assured that it is business as usual. They're still getting that really good service and that really good value.
Yeah.
Just because we've got a different badge on, basically.
And I think you've managed to do that. I mean, as a impartial observer of it over the last 3 or 4 years, I think there was a little bit of nervousness when it first happened because, Sharp was maybe not such a big brand, more maybe aligned with like consumer.
Mm-hmm.
And NEC had such a good reputation for customer service.
Yeah.
And I think everyone within the industry was relieved when that never really changed. You sort of changed in name. You were Sharp/NEC for a while. And now you're fully Sharp. But I mean, I can attest anyway that the service has always stayed there. And it's one of the big reasons that, you're a big player, but you compete with some of the really big boys on the basis of your back-end support.
Absolutely. I think it's one of our key strengths is that back-end support.
Yeah.
And also the product quality. I mean, we were never known to be the cheapest in the market. But what people, especially our end clients, really liked about us is the fact that our stuff generally, I think it has the lowest failure rate on the market for large format
bulletproof.
display.
Yeah.
It really is. I went to, when I first started, I went to a client site and they had an NEC, I think it was an Infinity panel or Infinity board on the wall. It was 12 years old and it just hadn't died.
Yeah.
So we're known for that. And I think it's important to, I guess, to recognise that as we go into the transition, simply because that is our key strength. We're not going to, I won't be able to, and I say this to a lot of the integration partners I work with, we're not necessarily going to be like the absolute bottom when it comes to pricing, but it's our job as a manufacturer to show our value in other ways to the end client.
Yeah, and which does matter, which really matters in the back end.
Definitely.
There's nothing more frustrating than having bad back end support. And
Sorry.
I knew as soon as I said that.
I'm such a child, I'm so sorry. Goodness.
But yeah, I think you've done a really, really good job of the integration. So well done. And I know that now you've got the might of Sharp as well behind you. Well, you are Sharp, but I know there's some really exciting things happening and coming down the line.
For sure. I wanted to go back to a comment you made earlier about the perception of Sharp when the acquisition happened in the UK. So for me, I wasn't working at the company at the time, and when I heard, the only thing I associated Sharp with was those displays or those TVs you'd find in Tesco's, right?
Yeah, like Shark Aquos, yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But the way in which the business is split now, we pretty much split at the top. So you've got like Sharp Corporation, and then we split straight away B2B and then consumer.
Yeah.
So we are strongly still in B2B. We're not going anywhere near consumer. So you won't see any consumer panels with different warranties on there per se or anything like that. We are very much B2B still, which is kind of annoying because they do loads of cool electronics and stuff, and I don't get any freebies.
Oh, really? You don't get a discount on that?
I wanted a free rice cooker.
I thought you were going to bring me a rice cooker, if I'm completely honest.
But poor form on my I know. Bought you a barky little pug.
Yeah,
so
she's all right.
She's had enough now.
Yeah, she wants to get out.
Yeah. So, so it's been a long time coming for us, but I feel like we're in a really strong part of the market now. And look, NEC was known for LED, projection, LFD, modular compute, software, like especially in like control rooms and stuff like that. Whereas Sharp had a really good proposition on interactive, which is something that NEC lacked. So we've kind of got the best of both worlds now. We've brought our strengths together. Yeah. And now we've released a new range of pretty much all of our LFD. We've got better buying power because of Sharp and because of the components and all that good stuff. Yeah. But also, we've got the strength of that interactive that we didn't have before. So it's really it's exciting. I think it's good. It just makes us a lot stronger in the market.
Is that interactive piece like education focused?
Yes. Although I do sell quite a lot of interactive into corporate. So as I mentioned before, we're very strong in legal and financial. Yeah. And we do a specific product called it's a PNLA series. It's basically a very good, a high quality touch. We do it in a 65 up to an 86, and it doesn't have any Android or any pre-existing software on there. But you do get a SDM slot. So it's really good for those customers who want to use interactive in their meeting rooms, but they don't want to then compromise anything on their networks. So they can have it imaged the way they want it imaged. Exactly. And the touch points are really, really strong. Like it's really precise.
Great.
Yeah. So we've got lots of good benefits from Sharp.
Fantastic. And I know that you very kindly took the sport team on a tour of London. Yes. And just going back to what you said before about your stuff lasting, there was 2 or 3 sites, some with the new shiny stuff, but it was quite interesting going to like London Stock Exchange and a few of the other ones, which are like, fabulous. I don't know how old some of those ones were. Some of them were like 10, 12 years old, I think.
Our stuff generally, I keep banging on about this, but it's really well made. So it does stand the test of time. And I think, especially with London Stock Exchange, a lot of them are portrait cabinets, which are kind of, I guess, not as common in the market. Yeah. But they've got all kinds of unusual installs like the ticker tape, and that's also very mission critical, right? That they have to have their their results and all of their, what's the word I'm looking for stock exchange, like their
stock prices.
Stock prices, I guess. Yeah, I don't know what this is, but they have to have that, right? And they trusted us as a supplier to be able to enable that and to keep it serviced. So. It
doesn't get much more mission critical, I guess, in the areas like that where it's...
No, we do a lot of LED into control room as well. We do have our own software that we partner with called Hyperwall, which is specially built for control rooms. Okay. So it allows you to manipulate content through multiple different sources.
Come on, Dolly. Dolly's interrupting here.
Dolly. Sorry about that. Right. She's probably seen a pigeon.
She wants to get on camera, I think. There you go.
She's really good on camera. Yeah. Hyperwall also... oh, God, I lost my train of thought then. I apologise. mission critical stuff, lots of multiple different sources, and it's very good for clients who are looking for that extra level of security. It's a very secure piece of software because obviously we realise with control rooms, from anywhere from MOD to the police to everyone, they need to make sure that that's safe and secure, which is why a lot of clients like our stuff as well. All of our new screens are 802.1x approved, so they're already actually. Scrap that because I'm not sure that every single one is. Maybe not. So, but we do build our new screens with that in mind. Security comes first.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Okay, fantastic. And I know that, I mean, I've worked with some big clients over the years, Bloomberg being the one that pops into my head, where they will not use anything else apart from NEC. Yep. I don't know if that's still the case. Not a client at the moment, but you know where we are.
There's pugs.
Exactly. We've got pugs now. Okay, great. And how have you found this year so far? I mean, try and ask everyone this question because I think now we're kind of coming out of that 2 or 3 years after COVID and we're kind of finding what the new normal is, I guess.
Absolutely.
How have you found it?
I think
as a company
this year, we've all kind of experienced challenges. I think it's important to try and understand. I mean, we've got so much going on outside of our industry that's going to impact people's like spending and things like that.
Yeah.
I think things are looking positive moving forward. There's lots of new projects that are coming out. People are investing more and more in tech to basically enable them to do, their job at their best. But it's been peaks and troughs, I think, like everyone. But it's about understanding why and maybe just allowing clients to have a bit more breathing room. I'm finding that projects are coming in, but there's a slight delay when it comes to actually like implementing them. So, I mean, all we can do as a vendor is just provide the drawings and provide everything that's needed to be able to enable them and support. Yeah. But it's about being patient.
Well, I think it mirrors what the industry's been doing anyway. So we've found the same thing. So we've found that there's a lot of projects out there, but a lot of decisions are just being delayed. And I think everyone I've spoken to within our industry is saying a very similar story.
Absolutely.
Or making it up and saying everything's great.
Sure. Well,
there's a few of them as well.
I am a very optimistic person. My boss seems to think I'm just full of sunshine and rainbow, which I am. Like I'm very much a glass full kind of person, but it has been peaks and troughs, I think. Yeah. But it's about trying to understand why and stay optimistic. And also really, I guess because we're now doing our repositioning, it's actually looking at our value and identifying
Who
that
are you
and making
kind of thing
sure
as a company.
exactly,
And so off the back of that, then what sort of things so the new Sharp, if you like, what is your focus forwards?
Our focus, I would say, is trying to bring together everything that Sharp and NEC did well and providing that to our customers. So becoming more of a solutions business as opposed to singular projects. So Sharp also has very strong ties to manage print, to IT services. So it's all about potentially working with our clients we're already working with and sort of saying, hey, well, perhaps we can help you with other things. Yeah. Or about being able to be advisors in case that client just needs any other further information. And I think really it's about making sure that our current client base feels safe and feels like they still very much buy into the idea of what NEC was as well.
Feeling the love. Yeah.
Yes, exactly. So yeah, the main sort of goals I think is just about unity, or at least like unifying our approach as a whole organization.
Yeah.
But also still providing that value add and making sure that this transition for our clients is as smooth as possible.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah.
And what about product wise? I know that you've got a beautiful thing sitting on your desk there with my lovely logo on there, so I love that. Which I'll let you get into in a little bit because I know that's a big thing for you for Sharp moving forwards, e-paper. But yeah, what's your sort of focus from a product range? Because again, within that world, it's kind of changed a little bit as well, where maybe less projection, more LED, etc. So what's the focus for Sharp?
Well, we're quite fortunate because I want to maybe put my foot in it and say we are the only display manufacturer to offer every single display type.
Okay.
So if we worked on a project together, I could advise and sort of say if you're looking at an LED solution and maybe the budget's not quite there, we could look at projection from another standpoint. So it's about like same vendor, same support across all different types of technologies.
Yeah.
And I think the main focus for us as a manufacturer with all these new products coming out is just making sure that the consistency is still there in the quality, which we've done plenty of testing. And in fact, being honest with you, commercially, we've become a bit more favorable in terms of obviously pricing, stuff like that. My boss is going to kill me for saying this, but we're able to be a bit more flexible.
Better value.
Better value, or a bit more flexible.
Not cheaper.
In that.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. No. Can you please just maybe we're a bit more flexible where we can be, which is really good. So across the product ranges, we are changing pretty much everything in the sense of a lot of the projectors still the same chassis, just a different badge on the box, much better technology, brighter, more crisp color. And our LFD range, which is predominantly what I sell, I like to coin this as, because I'm such a millennial, I should have a pumpkin spice latte next to me, but I say we've had like an epic glow up when it comes to when it comes to our large format display technology. So we have new iterations of our E series, which is our entry level essential, our E9 series. We then have our ME2 range and our M2 and our P6. So
are they the same? Just remind me, are they the same model numbers pretty much as from the NEC catalogue?
Yeah. So the important technology that we're bringing over is multi-sync. That's what M stood for. Multi-sync has been going for 40 years. It's their 40-year anniversary this year. So it's very much the same panels, same technology.
So you let them keep the M.
Exactly. They let us keep the M. Thank God. They're the screens that just don't die. They're
the bulletproof ones.
Bulletproof.
Yeah.
So we've had a glow up across the range, and something that we've put a lot of thought into is around like meeting spaces and collaboration. So we have consistent USB-C connectivity now across our range as well.
Okay.
With as you go up the ranges, so our E is the entry level, so you have a USB-C that does video, audio, etc. You can plug it into the peripherals and utilize them in a small huddle space. We then got our ME2 range, which allows you to do that as well as charge your device. I believe it's with a 30-watt charging speed. And then you go up to the M and the P. So M series, 500 candela, 24/7, 65-watt charging. And then you've got the P series, which is 700 candela, 65-watt charging as well.
So the difference, so just, for anybody watching, so you've got your 4 different levels of screen.
Yes.
So the main differences are, is it usage? So like 16 hours for the base one, is it?
For the E series and the smaller sizes of the ME2.
Yeah.
ME2 is the first range of sharp screens we brought out.
Because
it has Android system on chip, which was a very big thing for us as a vendor, because usually we wouldn't have any sort of system on chip on our screens because of the kind of clients that we deal with, as I mentioned
security
earlier,
and
about
stuff.
Security.
Yeah.
This has Android 13, will be 14, I believe, which is enterprise grade. So it's very much like my colleague described it, kind of you've got your castle and then you've got your moat, and that's what basically the Android does. It protects your environment.
Yeah, it's the moat.
Johnny feels very strongly about that moat, which is wonderful. So, but so LFDs, all shiny and new, big glow up, which we're very excited about, and they will be Sharp branded. So
great.
Yeah.
Come here, dog. Dolly.
Sorry about that. I don't know. She saw a pigeon outside the window when you were gone, and then she started screaming. So she's probably looking for.
Was she off on one? Was she?
She was. Yeah.
You're quite warm. You're like a little hot water bottle.
Oh my god, she is. She's great in the winter. I think it's the lack of neck.
I've got no neck either. Don't worry about it.
I have got a very short neck. I can't wear dangly earrings because they hit my shoulders. Oh gosh.
Wait.
E-paper?
E-paper.
E-paper.
Let's have a look at the e-paper.
Okay, so this is our lovely 13-inch e-paper. So,
love it.
We currently have a 13-inch and a 25-inch. We will be releasing larger sizes next year. So the reason why they're this size is to mimic paper, basically.
So these, you explaining this to me when you were here last time,
mm-hmm.
This genuinely blows my mind. I cannot get my head around it.
Okay.
So give us a little bit, e-paper, just tell us, go back and explain a little bit about what e-paper is for people.
Of course.
And then some of the sort of mind-blowing things that it does and doesn't do as far as power consumption and stuff like that, which I really still can't get my head around.
No, that's fine. So e-paper, e-ink's the technology.
Yeah.
E-paper is our own product that we've created. So e-paper is essentially a 0-watt consuming screen. That's probably a weird way to say it. Let me try that again. It's a screen or a display that consumes 0 watts worth of energy when it's just sat with static content on there. So, for instance,
Like that.
I used my my laptop and our own software to upload the static imagery to the device, and just have it displayed. So it's basically for people who want to get rid of paper. So single-use paper for signage, for health and safety messaging. I've had a discussion with people about using these to be mounted in lifts because they don't need any cabling. Obviously, cabling in a lift is a bit of a nightmare. Exactly.
Well, I know there's somebody mentioned this the other day about they're switching off the phone network, and one of the big reasons why they're not being had to push back the switching off of the standard landline basically is because of lifts. Because the emergency phone is still under copper, so they couldn't turn the copper off. And that's a similar thing, I guess, with maintaining that and changing that is a massive, massive deal. So if you could have it powerless, essentially.
Yes, definitely. So it's for Dolly.
What's upsetting you out there, dog? What's upsetting you? Is it Talani? Is he upsetting you?
Dolly.
You want a treat? Do you know what treat means?
She doesn't know what treat means. Oh, yeah.
I don't have one. So
that's fine. So do you want a treat?
Ooh. I have...
Want a treat?
He goes, you're full of it, mummy.
She's like, how dare you?
Where's my bloody treat?
Treats. So, e-ink has become very popular over the last couple of years. So we brought these out, not at ISC 25, but 24. And I think it's a really good conversation piece, if anything, around sustainability and how we can lower the impact of power usage as well as e-waste in our business.
Yeah. Dolly, come here.
I don't know whether to just kick her out.
Should we put her out? You behave? Thin your legs are.
I know, she's like a bumblebee. You know, bees have got tiny wings, but massive bodies. That's why I've got bees on her harness.
She does look like a bumblebee.
Yeah, angry bumblebee, apparently.
Got issues. Angry girl. Okay. E-paper.
E-paper, yes.
Going back to the lifts on the e-paper.
Yes.
That's a really interesting user case, I guess. And things like the underground, I guess, is another one.
Yep.
Because it's places where it's really hard to get power to. Can I have a look at it, actually?
Of course you can. I'll explain as
wow,
well.
It's super light too.
Okay, so the recess on the back, look at that, woo! The recess on the back of it is for a battery pack. So we purposefully didn't supply batteries with our e-papers because of the sustainability impacts that could bring. So,
you know what it feels like? It feels like an remember Etch-a-Sketch?
Etch-a-Sketch, yeah.
I feel like I want to shake it.
So there's a slight rattle, but that's because it's been on a lot of demos with me, being honest. She's an old girl. She's well loved. She's been on quite a few demos with me. So it's great in areas where there's a lot of ambient light because it's not backlit. And funny you mention Etch-a-Sketch. So the actual technology is not your standard backlit LCD screen. It is electromagnets. So
this is what blows my mind. So once you have this logo, right? You've loaded up my logo here. Mm-hmm. Once that's done, it's not drawing any power.
No.
Zero.
So it only needs power when the content is being updated. So I could pop that image on there and it would stay about, I would say that, not brightness per se, but that color contrast for about 18 months. And then it will slowly start to fade color. So the electromagnets will lose their charge. But yeah, we say it's about 18 months.
But then if you put another image on it,
yep,
it would go back to how it was before.
Yes, it would recharge the magnets and then create the new image. That's just recharge the magnets and then restore that image. So if you give me a second, I will plug it into Power really quick.
Yeah.
And I'll show you what it looks like when the images transition.
Oh, that's really
from
cool.
each other.
Yeah, go for it.
But you'll see, it's really hard to articulate, but you'll see why we don't recommend this for dynamic content. So this is quite good for content that would only probably change once or twice a day.
So the first thing that comes to mind is like movie posters in Vue or Odeon. So Bosch, just change it and then it stays static and then change it.
I always thought, but I think it's because I've got my theatre degree, but I always thought it'd be really good for theatres as well, like grey listed buildings that you can't necessarily cable to.
Yeah, that's true.
So, and they're really easily mounted. And we have a client of ours who took quite a lot of them, not this summer, summer before, to go onto doors of labs for health and safety messaging to replace paper.
Oh, okay. Very cool.
And it's a standard visa as well. It's a 200 by 200 visa, so you could just use a normal screen mount and pop it on. So you can update the content on there using Bluetooth, over the network, and also just a direct connection to USB-C.
So what size is that? Is it like 15 inch? 13 inch? And what
inches between friends.
Well, exactly.
Whoop,
Sorry. So there is a bigger one.
There is a bigger one. There's a 25 inch.
So 25 and that one, and then a baby one.
We are bringing out bigger sizes next year. So we're bringing out A3, A2, and A0. I don't know what they are in inches off the top of my head, but they all mimic paper.
Reasonable size, I think. A0 is a good size.
It is.
Yeah.
We had a really cool concept at ISC this year, which came from Japan. Basically, it was 4 A0s all together in a special IP-rated enclosure. And we had a solar panel on the top that charged a light. So then you could see the displays, but also charge the content all in one. It was really cool. That's the good thing about Sharp. They think of really cool, and kind of innovative ideas, because this e-paper is a Sharp technology. It wasn't an NEC one, I believe. So they are very much pioneers of the future. And because they've got so many different parts of the business, they're kind of able to bring innovation from
pull different resources and stuff. Yeah, it's really interesting. I've just Googled it. So so that's massive. So that's 118 centimeters by 84 centimeters, A0. So then you're talking like a proper big display then. So that's like a poster size.
And I think it took us a little while to bring them out because the larger the displays go, I think it's all about like the battery and like making sure things are charged. It was a bit trickier. But yeah, we should be bringing those out next year. So watch your space.
I think it's really exciting. So many user cases, such low power consumption, even like room booking or labeling within prisons or whatever, anything really, I guess.
And they're very robust as well. I mean, obviously I wouldn't recommend like punching one, but it's...
Should we try it? No, we won't.
Maybe not.
Maybe not, okay.
It'd be funny. That would be a good subtitle for the podcast. Punch screen. I'm just going to try and speed up this transition of content. Bear with me 2 seconds.
That's in frame in there, isn't it? So you'll be able to see it and see the magic happen. Change it to Gore's logo. You'll be happy with that.
This is the joys of doing
live demo.
Live demos. Yeah, exactly. So I have the content put on there, but it's due to cycle every 10 minutes. So I might need another plug. Sorry about this.
You're right. So if you plug that USB-C cable, is that also delivering power to it?
It delivers power, yeah. And then we need to update the content. So there's 2 inputs. You've got power and you've got like USB-C in and USB-C out, essentially. So like power and then memory.
Yeah.
Which is what I'm just about to do.
Oh, I see. So,
I mean, you only need to power the unit to then cycle through the content.
Has it got any memory in it? So could you, for example, preload it? Or would you have to be connected to a PC in order to flick the content around?
So you can preload it.
Yeah.
And then all you need to do for the content to actually cycle through is to connect it to power.
Okay.
So that's essentially what I've done now is while I've connected it to, I'm just trying to do a send and receive. Bear with me 2 seconds. Let's see if this works.
Oh my God, we just got some transitions.
Ah, there we go. Okay, great. So this is basically the electromagnets, as I said earlier, recharging
Oh, I love that.
reformulating an image, which I don't know whether it will be the same one. I think it's probably is the same one because it's the first one in my slideshow. But it's
a good one. So
it is a good one. It is a goodie. If I'm going to change the transition now to 1 minute. Oh, there she goes outside.
She's excited about it.
Excited.
Excited about this transition, Dolly.
Okay. So this content now will change every minute, which we don't recommend, and
for obvious reasons, because they're not designed for that. Yeah.
Exactly. So this is why I say it's really good for content that maybe change once, twice a day. So.
But you could see this massive fashion brands.
Yeah. Retail as well.
Yeah, Selfridges, places like that.
Definitely. And it's all about like the sustainability of it, right? Like it's not consuming any power. I mean, obviously when you do cycle through the content, you need to have some sort of power attached to it.
Yeah.
But I mean, that recess on the back that we were discussing, this here.
Yeah.
You could put a little USB-C battery pack in there. Like something as simple as what I would do to take
your phone.
A music festival to charge my phone with.
Yeah. So is there any sort of, how long, well, I know this is a hard question to answer, to be fair. If you were to put a battery pack on it, do you know how long that would last, for example?
That would entirely depend on how many times you cycle through content.
Okay. And how big the battery pack was, I guess.
Exactly.
So it was a stupid question. I'm sorry.
And that's another reason why we didn't provide a battery with it as well, because everyone's use case is different.
Exactly, yeah.
So it's about the client figuring out what's going to be best for them.
Oh, it's just changed. It's exciting. I love this.
It's pretty cool. Although for the untrained eye or someone who doesn't know what it is, I would think, oh God, that screen is breaking. What's going on?
Yeah, it's so fascinating the way it does it though, because it's obviously charging the magnets.
Yeah.
I mean, that is also yellow. Oh, it's got a bit of orange. Is it full colour?
It is full colour, yeah.
Oh yeah, there you go.
And this is the perfect,
very
this
cool
podcast room is the perfect environment for it because there's so much ambient light.
Yeah.
It's not recommended in places that don't obviously have ambient light because it's not backlit, as I said earlier. And what did my colleague Jack say about it when we first got this tech? He said, Kate, just think about it like this: you wouldn't take a book in the dark, like to the toilet in the dark, because you couldn't read it. So it's the same with this. You need the light to be able to see.
And who takes a book to the toilet?
I don't know. I think that's more of a men thing than a women thing. I think we spend time in bathrooms.
Everyone flicks through their phone these days, don't they?
Maybe.
Don't know. Well, I know. Maybe it's just me exposing myself.
Maybe, but yeah, it's a really cool piece of kit.
Very cool.
And I think as time goes on, there will be a lot more use cases for it. But if anything,
that was the cycling on the power.
Cool. If anything, it's a good conversation starter and a really good thing to show clients. So we have lots of units in our demo fleet because you kind of have to see it in real life, right, to be able to exactly understand.
Yeah, I mean, like seeing it there, like you can see it on your desk there now, it is fascinating. I find it fascinating the way it's actually doing it. And it's all done with electromagnets and it's actually really, really vibrant.
Yeah, you'd be so... It's really hard to...
Don't know if that's coming through on the camera, but
yeah, it really is. I don't know.
Yes, if I can hold
close up anywhere.
Yeah, sort of. You hold it there. Look at that. There we go. Perfect. Yeah, you can tell on the camera. It's yeah, I think it's amazing.
Pretty cool. I did try and find an embarrassing picture of you to put on here, but I thought no, I'll be kind.
Did you find one?
Not necessarily. I thought I would just be a bit more. Just put the
I wouldn't have minded. There are a few out there, don't worry.
I have put pictures of Dolly on it before for demos, though.
Oh yeah, very cute.
Because she's a crowd pleaser.
You got a 3D one here, staring through the window.
Staring at the window.
You can't quite see, guys, but she's been kicked out.
That's what she gets for barking. Do the crime, do the time.
Exactly.
Yeah. So yeah, we're very proud of this, and it's a really cool bit of tech. But as I said, seeing's kind of believing with it.
And I know it's hard for you to say exactly, but just roughly sort of RRP on these sort of things for something like that. Am I putting you on the spot?
It is a little bit putting me on the spot. I would not be able to. Sorry.
But I remember you mentioning it last time, and let's just say they were reasonably priced. She's on it. She's on the case. I might actually... when you think that this will last, I mean, when you, like the one that keeps sticking in my head is like Odeon View Cinemas.
Yeah.
The amount of money they spend sending people out for like JDC to Co. And changing those posters.
Yeah.
It's human labor and it's expensive.
And it's about the environmental impact as well of all that printing, the logistics behind it, the manpower. Yeah, it's. I mean, they're an investment piece. They are, but it's for clients basically who want to then try and just lower their carbon emissions and their carbon footprint.
You can make this a thumbnail as well.
Whee! Should put a picture of Dully on there.
Yeah.
Right,
we got Photoshop. Whatever we want.
Perfect. Okay, so like for this.
I'll just make sure Mike was live.
No, it's fine. You're good.
I'm feeling like, oh my god, please let it Mike have been live. Yeah.
So general RRP on one of these about $6.90.
$6.90.
Yeah.
That sounds like a bargain.
Right response there. Pinch of salt, obviously, but
so you're looking around $6.90, like retail, like RRP kind of pricing on that.
yes.
But I know I'm not being flippant. I think, like, given the user cases, I mean, as they get bigger, I can see huge benefits and savings over time.
Absolutely, yeah.
Depending on the content. Obviously, it's not perfect for everything, but.
And as well, like we're currently onboarding. We're in the process of onboarding CMS partners as well. So at the moment, how I get my content to it is, it comes with a downloadable link for our own software. So it lets you control up to 20 units at a time. And it's very simple slideshow, drag and drop.
And that's free, is it? Or do you have to pay
free, yeah,
bargain.
And it's, as I like to say, it's idiot proof because I can use it.
Cape proof.
It is cape proof, which is good. So up to 20 units for larger deployments. We are working with other CMS partners to try and get them on board.
Okay.
It's a bit trickier than usual because obviously usually with CMS displays, they constantly ping back
Yeah.
the CMS system. Whereas this, it only pings back when it
does a change. Oh, okay. Which kind of defeats the purpose a little bit for some of the use cases, I guess.
It's a work in progress, but it's a good piece of tech. And like a lot of things with us, it's a very exciting time to watch this space.
Yeah, well, I'm excited.
Lots of excitement coming. So
cool. I've lost my notes.
that's fine. I've maybe lost my mind. So we're all good.
We're all losing our mind a little bit today. Right. Sustainability. Let's talk about that.
Sure. And I suppose everyone's maybe a little bit sick of talking about it now because it is such a prominent topic in our industry.
Well, I guess this kind of works into what we're just talking about with the e-paper because very, very low power to zero power consumption.
Yep.
Once it's done.
Eliminating printing paper, and that also means less trees are cut down,
Yeah.
etc. In the grand scheme of things, it's just all positive.
Well, even like sending out labour in a van with two guys.
CO2 emissions.
Yeah. So it all adds up.
I think with sustainability, we've all kind of got a responsibility. So the amount of e-waste that's being generated every year is huge.
Yeah.
And I think as a display manufacturer, we're very conscious of the fact that we're not necessarily the greenest industry. So I guess Sharp, being a Japanese brand, sustainability is very important. It's part of their culture, and I'm really glad to be part of that because we are taking everything into consideration when it comes to, I guess, our products. So we're quite fortunate. I believe everything in our range, at least LFD-wise and LED, is a minimum of 97.4% recyclable.
Wow.
So we don't use any plastic and we don't use any glue to bond our components. So that aids in that recyclability.
Might be a silly question.
Yeah.
How do you bond it then? Hope.
The power of friendship. I don't actually know. I should probably look that up.
Just a question that popped into my head. But
I don't know how they're bonded, but it's not with glue.
Okay.
Oh God, that's gonna make me look like an idiot.
No.
Oh.
Clips. I don't know.
They're not bonded with glue. That's my answer to that. But how are they bonded?
Not glue.
Not glue.
Yeah, very politician answer that.
No. I'm really sorry. I don't know.
That's fine. I'll tell you what, we'll find out what the answer is and we'll put it on the screen.
Okay.
Because we have the power of retrospectively doing that.
Oh my God, I'm going to get sacked.
No, you won't. You'll get a promotion because you've done very well.
God. But yeah, so no glue, no plastic.
Yeah.
And also, because we use metal, as I kept banging on about earlier, our screens last so much longer because of heat dissipation.
Yeah.
Right? Metal's obviously a lot better for that than plastic. Things overheat, components then, degrade a bit quickly.
Yeah.
A bit quicker.
Yeah.
So that's really important to us. And it's about, I guess, helping our clients understand what the responsible choice is. So it's kind of frustrating in the market at the moment because I feel like when I go and speak to clients about sustainability, they ask for reports on whether that's CO2 emissions from like factory level to disposal, which as a manufacturer, we are responsible enough to be able to produce.
Yeah.
But we don't necessarily have a fixed set of conditions or guidelines to follow when we report on that data.
Right.
There's not an industry standard set yet. So everyone's running around, I guess, like headless chickens because we don't have that standard. We've only got what we deem to be appropriate as information.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of uncertainties around exactly what CO2 is produced where. I'll give an example. I feel like I'm not explaining myself that well. I'll give an example of this. So if I had a load of screens coming in into Europe, there would be a big difference on the CO2 produced whether they were being driven in electric cars versus diesel cars.
I see what you're saying.
The ship goes round, which way it goes through the Suez Canal or whatever,
So many variables, I guess.
Too many variables,
yeah.
And you can't pinpoint everything. So it's very hard for me to sort of set a level playing field within the industry, or at least when I speak to customers, because there's no set guidelines. That's what I'm trying to say.
Nobody's singing off the same hymn sheet, basically.
Exactly.
So,
yeah. So all we can do is just provide reports on set criteria we set ourselves.
Yeah.
Necessarily might be different to our competitors. So what I'm trying to say is if someone's looking to make that eco choice, just question what information you're getting and where it's from and make sure it works for you and your organization. If you're more concerned around total cost of ownership, power consumption, you want to use that as a way to educate yourself into what to buy, then go that route. Or if you're looking for CO2 emissions and who's producing the least, obviously look at it that way. I know it sounds pretty simple.
No, yeah, and I guess it's like anything. If you do your research and you look into how transparent people are, because some people can be very vague about their credentials and have a very nice high-level statement, if you like. But when you actually dig down, it's bollocks. So you can say bollocks.
Well, I guess. I mean,
but
not everyone is starting at the same start of the at the race, right? Everyone's starting at different positions because no one really knows.
There's no rules.
Set.
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah,
but I believe there are rules going to be coming in, which is good. So then it will help buyers make a more informed decision.
And is that coming from is that an EU directive?
I believe it's an EU directive.
Okay, brilliant. Which will be good because at least then there's a set standard, right? And it's I guess it's frustrating for people maybe like Sharp who are actually doing the right thing, and maybe others are fudging it a little bit. Shall we say? Not naming any names, but
yes, I mean. That I don't want to. I mean,
name names.
No, I'm not naming any
names.
We don't need to name any names. It's just about.
What's it rhyme with?
Kate becoming unemployed. That's what it rhymes with. I know. But it's just about different strokes, different folks, and different information's being produced on different reports. So
understand.
It's about being transparent, I think.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. It's like anything, right? The more transparent you are and the more information that you're willing to give up, then the more informed a decision you can make. It was what I was trying to say, and it's probably more diplomatic.
Exactly.
Yeah,
I'm quite diplomatic. I'm like a killer with kindness kind of girl, rather than like,
brutally honest.
That makes me nervous. Please don't do that. But yeah, so it's just about being transparent with the customer, and it just allows the end client then to make the most informed decision. So we talk about things like total cost of ownership with electricity consumption over the life cycle of LED, for example. So we have our own remote power switch unit that I I quote out with my LED, which
Yeah.
allows, it's like this little box, and it allows you to safely turn the LED off and on without any electrical inrush caused.
Okay.
Because when you have an LED screen up, even when it's sat as just black, it can still consume up to 30 to 40% of the energy than it would do when it's running content. Obviously, that
Really?
depends on what kind of content you're running on it. If it's bright white, which we say to our customers, please think about what content you're going to run on your LED because of the power consumption.
Because it really sucks it out, doesn't it? Because
It does.
it goes from black, which is kind of... I always thought black was completely off, but I could be wrong.
No, it's not.
Okay, there you go. I'm learning something.
Exactly, yeah. So, and also if you have buildings that need to fully power down, or if there's a fire or a flood or something like that and you want to turn off your LED, you can use our remote power switch to do that, and it's very safe.
Brilliant.
So, yeah, that's something that we've taken into consideration, and also the amount of money you're saving on electricity. So looking at our product, I guess, side by side with a competitor, we may not be the cheapest, but if you look at it from a total cost of ownership point of view, utilising our RPS, probably find that would be cheaper.
Yeah, it's not always the price on the ticket, right?
Exactly.
And whether it's yourselves or other people, just do the research and have a look. I mean, every brand, when you look into it, there's some interesting cost of ownership lessons you can learn, shall we say?
Precisely. And I think it's, as I said, different strokes for different folks. It's just about doing your research and doing your due diligence, I guess, if you're trying to save money or trying to save energy. So like for instance, content like this on the screen there, that would take low energy, right? But if you're looking at bright white content, as I said, we don't recommend our clients do that because of the amount of
energy
power
implications. Yeah. Okay, great. Anything else you want to say? I know we need to wrap up reasonably quickly. You need to move on.
And also Julie's asleep. She's snoring.
Bless her.
Oh no, she's so sweet. I don't know. So I guess really, it's really exciting time for us at Sharp. We're going to be doing a launch in November for our clients.
Okay.
The messaging around it's not a merger. We call it a repositioning.
Brand repositioning.
Exactly. Which is really exciting, and I'm looking forward to talking to people about it in more detail. And I think the next 12 months are going to be really exciting for us as a brand. I think
you've been trying to get us used to it a little while. Was at ISC, was it just Sharp on the signs?
Yeah, it was, yeah.
Yeah, I noticed that. So yeah.
But to be fair, the ISC stand was, in my opinion, was stunning. The LED on there was great.
Yeah, it was amazing.
It was really, really cool.
Really impressive.
And it's about making that statement. And I think I don't know, I've got no qualms around NEC moving to Sharp. I think we've got a really good team, strong people, very trustworthy. We've got our value-added proposition. Actually, there's one more thing I'd want to mention as well, is our global presence as a manufacturer. So we're one of the few manufacturers that can truly offer a global program for our end-user clients and our integration partners. So, for example, if you were working with one of our global end-user clients, essentially you could get the same screen here than you could do in Spain. You could even buy a screen here and ship it to Spain, and we would service that. Touch wood, anything go wrong in Spain, in territory.
Yeah.
We set global standard pricing. There's so many good points about it, the consistency.
Yeah. And
because I work so closely with my global end user team, we are very much one team, one dream, we muck in.
Yeah.
So we're not siloed. And that's what a lot of our customers really like about us, is that they get that consistency on price, consistency on product, and consistency on service, whether you're in Dundee or whether you're in
Kathmandu. Yeah.
I mean, I don't know whether we cover Kathmandu, don't quote me.
We can get somebody to Kathmandu. Speak to Spore, we'll get it to Kathmandu, don't worry.
There we go. Where is Kathmandu?
No, making me look stupid.
I don't know. Is that a real place?
Africa? I think it is.
Ah.
Hang on a second. Let's Google where is Kathmandu.
Work trip.
Because this is important.
I think so.
Kathmandu. South Asia.
Okay. Well, we do work in APAC, so
we can get you to Kathmandu.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah. And all jokes aside, I've worked with NEC, Sharp to an extent, but for the last 20 years now.
Oh,
and
old enough.
Yeah. No, I feel old enough. But genuinely, you've always held up on your back end service.
Yeah. I'm going to laugh at that again.
And even with the transition from NEC to Sharp, you've still kept pretty much the same team. You've got like a really good internal team, really nice. And I've never really had an issue with you guys, girls, mainly girls actually.
Which is, I was going to bring that up. It's really cool for me to not to bang on about that sort of thing, but it's really cool for me to come in, and there's a lot of really talented women. I mean, across the AV industry, but especially in our team.
Yeah.
There's honestly, on our global team, on our UK end user team, like my boss Helen, I think the world of her, like there's some really talented women. And I think it's the 10-year at NEC, now Sharp is long for most people that are still here. I think it's like 8 years, like minimum.
Yeah, there's a lot of longevity, yeah.
Yeah, because good team, good support, happy bunnies. So I feel quite like honoured to be able to learn as well from a lot of the women in my team.
Yeah.
Because they are like powerhouses when it comes to like...
They are all legends of AV.
They are indeed.
Yeah. And yeah, you're learning from a good bunch there. And genuinely, and I'm not just saying that, you know, NEC is always /Sharp. Well, let's say Sharp now.
It's time we get used to it. I'm still getting used to it myself, and it's been 2 years nearly.
Yeah, they've always been, you know, really helpful, really nice bunch of people. So.
Oh yeah, we're a good lot. We work hard, play hard.
Exactly.
It's important.
Yeah, I appreciate you coming in.
Thank you so much for having me. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, it's been lovely.
Hopefully this was fine. I've done this before, so. No,
you've done very well. And if you've got any questions, pop it down in the comments, and I'm sure we'll be able to get back to you. Thanks, Kate. Ciao.
Hooray!
Done. You did good. You did really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, really good.